You ever get that feeling that you're falling behind in this whole AI race? I get it. But here's the good news. You are not behind, at least not yet. Today, we're going to lay out a super clear 7-step roadmap that's going to take you from just being curious about AI to being a legit top-tier user. So let's dive in. And that right there, that's the whole secret. The opportunity is absolutely massive, and it's because almost everybody is coming at AI from the wrong angle. This isn't about being some kind of tech wizard. Nope. It's about understanding just a few core ideas that most people are completely missing. 99%. Just let that number sink in for a second. That's the percentage of people you can straight up leapfrog by the time we're done with this. And that's not an exaggeration. It's just a reflection of a huge misunderstanding of how these incredible tools actually work. Okay, so here's our game plan. This is the map for our journey today. First, we'll look at the problem, this widening AI gap. Then we'll get into how to speak AI's language and, crucially, how to choose your main tool. After that, we'll build some powerful frameworks for better prompts, learn how to get expert-level answers, and finally, the really cool part, how to develop your own unique taste. So, first stop, let's really understand the problem. There is a skill gap opening up right now, and it's getting wider fast. It's the difference between people who really get AI and everyone else who just kind of gets stuck. The number one mistake, the one almost everyone makes, is treating AI like it's a person. You know, it feels like it understands you, but it really doesn't. It just predicts. Think about it like this. If I say Humpty Dumpty sat on a, your brain just instantly fills in wall, right? It's not because you have a deep personal connection to Humpty Dumpty, it's just because you've heard that rhyme a million times. Well, AI does the exact same thing, just on a scale that is impossible to imagine. It's just predicting the most likely next word based on all the data it's seen. Okay, so that brings us to the first part of the solution. We've got to learn to speak what we can call machine English. And then, just like a musician, we have to pick one instrument and really commit to mastering it. And what's so interesting here is how different the processes are. We humans, we comprehend meaning. And AI, it computes probabilities. We use intuition and life experience. It uses the mathematical closeness of ideas in this huge abstract space. So when your prompt is vague, its prediction engine gives you a vague, average answer. But when your prompt is sharp and super specific, that prediction becomes incredibly targeted. That's the whole game. That's machine English. So how do you actually speak it? Well, here's a simple but really powerful way. The AIM framework. A is for actor. You give it a persona, like you are a world-class marketing copywriter. I is for input. You give it the raw materials, like here's my product description. And M is for mission. You tell it the goal. Write me 3 catchy headlines for a social media campaign. See? That structure turns a fuzzy request into a crystal clear, computable instruction. Now that we know how to talk to it, we've got to pick our tool. And this slide's analogy is just perfect. Don't be that person who jumps between dozens of different apps. Think of it like music. You know, a drummer who spends thousands of hours on rhythm, they're going to find it way easier to learn guitar because they already get practice, structure, and patterns. It's the same here. Master one foundational AI model, and you'll pick up all the others so much faster. So, which instrument should you pick? Well, here are 3 fantastic starting points. You've got ChatGPT, which is the most mature and just a great all-around choice. If you live inside the Google ecosystem, Docs, Sheets, Drive, then Gemini is a really natural fit. And if your work is super project-based or business-focused, Claude is incredibly powerful. But look, at the end of the day, the choice is totally yours. There isn't one single right answer for everybody. The most important thing is to just pick one, really commit to it, and learn its personality. Learn its strengths and its weaknesses. So, which one is going to be for you? All right, so you've picked your instrument, you're getting the hang of it. The next level is all about giving it richer context and, just as important, learning how to debug your own thinking when the output isn't quite right. Context is absolutely everything. Without it, you're basically asking the AI to find a specific needle in a haystack the size of the universe. Context is the map. You're giving it a map that tells the AI exactly which part of its massive mathematical brain it needs to focus on. And a fantastic way to build that map is with this framework right here. M is for memory, using your past chat history so it knows what you've already talked about. A is for assets. These are the files, the data, the links you attach to ground the AI in your reality. The other A is for actions. This means giving the AI tools it can use, like searching the web or writing a bit of code. And finally, P is your prompt, which is now basically supercharged with all this amazing context. But what if the output is still kind of meh? Well, the problem probably isn't the AI, it's our own thinking. So here are 3 cheat codes to debug it. First, the chain of thought pattern. Tell it, think step by step and show me your reasoning. Second, the verifier pattern. Have the AI ask you clarifying questions. And third, the refinement pattern. Ask the AI to suggest better ways to ask your own question. You're basically teaching it how to help you better. Okay, now we are getting to the really advanced stuff. We know how to prompt, we know how to debug. The next step is making sure the output isn't just smart, but that it's also accurate, original, and properly sourced. You know, if you ask a vague question like, how can I be more innovative? You're going to get a generic, buzzword-filled blog post. So here's the key. You have to steer the AI. Instead of that vague question, try asking it to explain innovation using ideas from, say, Pixar's Brain Trust, Satya Nadella's strategy, and the latest Harvard research. All of a sudden, you've pulled the model away from mediocrity and straight into mastery. But, and this is a big but, even expert-level answers can be dead wrong. AI is designed to generate stuff, and sometimes it just makes things up. It hallucinates, so you have to verify. Here's a 5-point checklist. Ask for its assumptions, demand real sources, push it for counter-evidence, make it audit its own math, and my personal favorite, have a different AI model critique the first one's answer. This is how you tell real intelligence from just an illusion. All right, we've made it to the final and honestly the most important step. This is where you go from somebody who just uses AI to someone who truly partners with it. This is about moving past technically correct answers and creating something that has your unique fingerprint all over it. You have to stop using AI like it's a vending machine, where you just push a button and get a generic little snack. Instead, I want you to step into the ring with it. Treat it like your intellectual sparring partner. Argue with it. Challenge its conclusions. Use it to sharpen your own ideas, not just to generate them for you. So how do you do that? How do you actually inject taste into the output? You use a filter, like this ocean framework. This is your checklist. Is the output original? If not, push it for a riskier angle. Is it concrete with real examples? Is the reasoning evident? Is it assertive and does it take a clear stance? And finally, does it have a narrative? Does it tell a compelling story? This is how you make the output sound less like a machine and more like you. And as you practice all these steps, you're going to notice something really profound happening. You're not just training the AI, you're actually training yourself to think better. And that leads to this powerful final thought. AI is not here to make us obsolete. It's here to handle all the repetitive, probabilistic stuff, which frees us up for the creative, strategic, and deeply human work that really matters. So there you have it, the complete roadmap, from total novice to a true expert. You have the frameworks now, and more importantly, you have the mindset to get way ahead of that 99% of users. The path is clear, so the only question left is, what are you going to create with it?